this point in time. They should be your thought partner on every decision, every element of your recovery plan. They've assigned a very skilled and experienced fiscal advisor to you. You need to listen carefully to Mark. Be transparent in those conversations and cooperative in those conversations. He will help you get through this. Collectively, the county superintendent and the fiscal advisor that's been assigned have a commitment to your success. And I know that because I have a conversation, sometimes hourly, with both, and have had for months. Well, not with Mark for months, because he's been recently assigned. But we've been talking about this for a long time. There's absolute commitment there to help you to be successful here. I've already said this, but invest in your business office staff. I already mentioned Jenny, but it goes beyond Jenny and that entire staff. I've said this as well, but already is of the essence of help and implement an adequate recovery plan, a realistic recovery plan. You cannot kick this can down the road. The absolute wisdom of our students who had to come speak to you tonight. Think carefully, go back and listen to the recording of what those two gentlemen said. They asked you, they pleaded with you not to kick this can down the road and do what was right, both from a fiduciary standpoint and a moral standpoint. I've already indicated your cash borrowing and cash position. I am very concerned about it. My staff started to spend a lot of time on this. Frankly, 2 weeks. I had to pull them off of that detail. We weren't here to be an auditor, and we'd still be at it, frankly, and we wouldn't get this report to you, and we felt it was important to get the report to you. We're happy to share our work papers with whoever picks up that task. I would have said something about the SERP, but I'll hold those comments given that doesn't make any difference at this point. But to the superintendent's comments in the relative to the SERP, those were very helpful, Dr. Janney. I think they answered certainly a number of questions that I've had. You're a high school district. You live and breathe by single subject credentials. Doing the analysis by FTE or positions is nonsense. You have to do it by credential. You said you've done that. You've looked at it by school. You've looked at the impact on the master calendars that I assume change in early January, if not the 1st of January, and you spoke to that. Those were all concerns I have as somebody that used to have to do that and be involved in that. I understand the impact. Again, you spend 90 cents of every dollar on people. It will be very difficult to solve all of this without touching people, and you have eliminated that as a tool, at least for the next 6 months, and for your certificated staff for a whole year. Probably one additional thing that I don't have in my notes, but it relates to this, is you must have a current and accurate seniority list, and you don't. Your staff informed the county office on Friday, who then called effect layoffs anyway, because whether intentionally or not, you don't have a current seniority list for either certificated or classified folks. Again, whether that's intentional or not, you as a governing board lost a critical element. As painful as it is, none of us came into this work to lay off a teacher, an aide, a bus driver, a custodian, a secretary, an accountant. None of us came into this to do that. But at 90 cents on the dollar, there just isn't a whole lot of other choices in many respects. You're down to a path that the superintendent described elegantly earlier, and that was you do this through a partnership. You look at those fringe things that can be adjusted. You sit down and talk about those, document them, bring them to the board for approval by way of MOUs and through the collective bargaining process, and I applaud you for that. With that, I'll be quiet.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions from the board? Okay. Thank you very much. And with that, the special board meeting is now adjourned.